Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for being here on Neptune's Child Tarot. For those of you that are new, welcome. You may also want to check out my main tarot channel, Moon Moth Goddess, where I do have a bunch of other pick a card readings in playlists for you guys. For those of you that like to book a private reading, you can find my email down below in the description box. Just send me an email and I will provide you with more information on booking readings as well as other services with me. So today's pick a card reading is one that was subscriber requested, and I thought it was a pretty interesting read to do. So the question today that we're asking Spirit is, what is your spirit team? Okay, and your spirit team consists of, whoever you connect with in the spiritual realm. Okay, it can be your spirit guides, your ancestors, your guardian angels, your passed on loved ones. It could be pets. So all of these supportive and protective energies that you have surrounding you. Some of you might even work with specific deities, and those deities may also be ones that are protecting you as well. Okay, so our question: what is your spirit team currently protecting you from? Okay, and we're also going to be seeing why. Like, why is there protection that's needed? So hopefully, it's not something that is too negative, I would say. Like if somebody's kind of like throwing out some negative energy towards you, spiritual warfare, evil eye, I don't know. We'll just kind of see what comes through. So what is your spirit team currently protecting you from and why? We do have 3 piles here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, go with what your intuition is telling you on this. Now, I do have 3 crystals here that you have to choose from. However, there's a little card underneath each one of them. So I'm going to be showing you guys this little card on top to also help you with choosing your pile. Okay. Pile number 1's crystal, I'm not sure what it is. It is not ocean jasper, okay? I think somebody told me in the past that it might be ocean jasper, but it's not. I went back to the crystal shop that I bought this from. They don't know what it is, and there's a bunch of other crystals that look exactly like this. So, it has to be a specific, I don't know what kind it is, but if you know and you have one that looks like this, please let me know what the name of it is. It is in this one, it's a little heart, but it is black. If that will focus right. It is black with little brown, I don't know, little stripy things in here, and then very, very light green, greenish brown little spots all over it. Okay, so pile 1, that is going to be your crystal. Your card, let's see what it is for pile 1. Okay, so we have the coffin nail. Okay, coffin nail and this little heart, that's going to be for pile number 1. Okay. And I am kind of using some witchy themed spooky season decks. Okay, if that bothers you, then maybe this isn't the reading for you. So pile 1, that is yours. Pile 2, we have a black moonstone heart. Has a little sheen on it. That is the heart for pile number 1. And then your little card here is the sundial shell. Okay, so pile 2, that is yours. This will focus. Okay, that is for pile number 2. And then pile number 3, we have, what is this one? A rainbow clear quartz, maybe. I don't know. It's got some shimmer on it. This might be some type of aura quartz. Okay, and your little card here is fulgurite. I don't even know what that is. Fulgurite. Number 14. Okay, so those are your choices. today for the reading. Like I said, if you feel drawn to more than one, go with whatever your intuition is telling you. Pile number 1, we have card number 32, the coffin nail and this little black heart here. Pile number 2, we have card number 20 with the sundial shell and the black moonstone heart. And then pile number 3, we have this, it looks like a rainbow aura quartz, something like that. We have number 14 with fulgurite. Okay, and our question again is, what is your spirit team currently protecting you from and why? Okay, timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonate with this little black heart crystal here and the coffin nail card, this is going to be a reading. So we're going to put all of the cards just so I can get a feel for what the energy is that is coming through with our reading today. What is your spirit team currently protecting you from and why? So let's start putting out these oracle. We have winter, and it says the sacredness of pausing. Okay, the sacredness of pausing. We have chamomile with relax. Okay, so winter and relax so far with chamomile. Two very restful, calm energies here. Let's hold on to the tarot. We have urgency. Okay, urgency here. We have the newt with urgency. Okay, I think I see where this is going. And then we have the scrying mirror here with the shadow. We have the oracle with wisdom. I'm thinking I'm going to put this down here. Is that going to fit in there? I have to move this up a little bit, since these are larger cards. We have the grove with divinity and awe. Divinity and awe. Okay. And then we have compliance here with Persephone. Compliance. And then let's take a look at your tarot. We have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. She kind of reminds me of the Black Swan. Interesting, because you have the shadow here. And all of these little geese are black. Okay. We have the Magician. The 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Ooh, 7 of Wands. Okay, interesting, because your little coffin nail here, this is talking about a perceived threat, okay? And the threat could be something that is in your mind, or it could be that there literally is something, you know, that there literally is someone or something that is a threat. Okay? But looking at the energy here, it kind of makes me more or less feel that it is perceived. Okay? So this more or less is something that is in your mind that you feel could affect you. Okay, is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Because with the 7 of Wands energy here, this is about being on guard, defensive, standing your ground, not backing down, setting boundaries, And I'm seeing the Ten of Cups energy here. This is family, okay? This could be family. It could also be whatever you perceive as family, okay? Because family could mean different things to different people. But these are people that are close to you, okay? Because with the Seven of Pentacles energy here, I'm noticing she's clawing at herself where her wings are. It very much reminds me of the Black Swan, for those of you that have seen that movie. It's very shadowy energy here. And then you also have the shadow with the scrying mirror. And I'm seeing the winter here, the sacredness of pausing, relax, right? With chamomile. Because you also have urgency. So it's kind of like spirit, your spirit team. Oh, I'm trying to piece this together. This almost makes me feel like this is a perceived kind of energy. Okay, how can I explain this? I almost feel like what's happening here is that your spirit guides are trying to protect you from yourself. Okay? Because I feel like you can be someone when it comes to certain family members or even to certain, I mean, might be romantic partner for some of you. But this could be family is here. There's frustration here. There is defensive energy here, being on guard. Like, right, the Seven of Wands, it's like we're prepared to fight. We're prepared for battle. We're setting strong boundaries here. We're not backing down from our position. We're defending, right? We're holding our position. And I feel like with this sense of urgency here, it's almost like you might be someone who gets very worked up, very anxious, very nervous, very worried, very stressed out, feeling a sense of urgency. Some of you, it almost kind of feels like there might be a little bit of people pleasing for some of you. Because we have compliance here, urgency with compliance. So it almost makes me feel that with family members for some of you, or it could be romantic partners, like I said, or it could be close friends that you have that you consider family, that you almost feel like you have to, like almost like they, how do I explain this? Almost like you feel like you have to literally, I mean, it could be feeling like of walking on eggshells. It could be a feeling of whatever they say that I need to do, almost like you have to be on top of everything. You have to take care of everything. There's always a sense of urgency in your need to tend to family and cater to what their needs are and what needs to get done, you know? So, and this might be part of your shadow aspect, right? You could be someone who has had a lack of boundaries in the past and have had, you know, people or family members, romantic partners kind of take advantage or walk all over you, where you kind of feel like I have to obey in a sense. Maybe not that strong of a word, but kind of like with compliance here, like I need to do things in a certain way because it's what's expected of me, you know? And I feel like many of you might have had problems in the past with learning to stand up for yourself and learning to say, no, I'm busy. Not right now. Stop throwing all your stuff on me, or just something like that. So maybe for some of you, as part of your shadow, you could be someone who always stays on the defense because you don't know how family is going to react or how they're going to, what their energy is going to be towards you. So some of you might be very defensive all the time, very on guard because of what you've gone through in the past, where you feel that there's always this sense of urgency of, I need to hurry up and do this. I need to hurry up and do that because of family, you know, like, and maybe some family members are maybe a little demanding of you, of your time, of your energy, you know, and that doesn't even need to be that you're physically present. It could be a family member calling you on the phone and you answer and then they just dump all their stuff on you when you may not have had the energetic space to receive all that extra stuff, right? And you might already be stressed out, you might already have a lot on your plate, and then the family member calls and says, hey, I need you to do XYZ, and can you do it tonight? Or, you know, something like that. And you're just like, whoa, you know, so almost what I feel like is that with the coffin nail here, this is kind of like perceived threat, where almost like spirit is trying to help you to not feel like you always do have to be on the defense, where you can kind of let your guard down, because there may not necessarily be that threat that's really there, right? And I feel like with winter here, and it says the sacredness of pausing, and with chamomile, we're like, relax, you know? Because you also have the oracle with wisdom, and then you have the grove here with divinity and awe. So this makes me feel like spirit is trying to protect you, almost like trying to protect you from yourself, right? And maybe, yes, maybe there are certain family members who have crossed certain lines, crossed certain boundaries with your time, your energy, and may kind of bring about a lot of shadow energy to you, and where you feel like, I need to be defensive with this person, you know? But it almost kind of feels like that maybe this has been ongoing for some time, to the point where you cannot relax, you know? You cannot relax. You cannot just be comfortable and just sit down and just do your own thing, because you feel like, I have to do this for this person, I have to do that for this person, like almost like your plate is full. So with the divinity and awe here, I almost feel like spirit could be protecting you in a way from feeling the need to be on this energy, so that your power is not taken away from you, right? Because certain situations with family members in which you give so much of your time and your energy to them, and it may kind of trigger a lot of your shadow aspects of yourself, where spirit is trying to help you to not, I feel like, to not feel maybe as irritated or agitated by family people that are close to you, because you can definitely get really frustrated really quickly, right? With certain family members, or, you know, them saying, I need this from you, or I need that, I need you to do this, and, you know, following what they say. So even in this compliance card with Persephone, she's just laying down, right? She's just relaxed here. So I feel like with divinity and awe, I feel like spirit's trying to protect you from this, either that you're on the defense, maybe in a way trying to help you to step into your power, okay, where you take some time to reevaluate and reassess what is important. Is this important for me to give this family member or this person that's close to me my time and energy right now? Or do I need to step up and set some boundaries here? Okay? Because I feel like when the reason that they're helping you, or the why, right, is to help you to stay strong, to stand strong and in your power, so that you recognize the divinity in yourself, right? You understand that it is possible for you, I feel like, to have peace, to be calm, to relax. It's kind of like you're able to tap into this oracle within yourself, right? To be able to sort things out, I feel like, through your mind, calmly, peacefully, is kind of what I'm getting here. What else am I seeing with this message? What is your spirit team trying to protect you from? Because the way that she looks like she's clawing at her back, scratching, right? Which is where her wings from her being a swan here. Yeah, it very much reminds me of the Black Swan. And I think even in the Black Swan film, she had didn't she have like two little things on her back from where her wings were? And she kept like, right? Didn't she keep like picking at them? But this makes me feel like maybe you internalize a lot of that frustration, you know? Maybe it is someone's, I don't know, someone's shadow. Someone that triggers you. This makes me feel like it's a family member here with the Ten of Cups. We do have, what energy do we have here? We have Taurus, we have Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and also Leo energy. So I feel like I want to get a little bit more information, especially on this shadow energy. But looking at the chamomile in the winter, the sacredness of you just being able to pause, to just be calm, where you don't have to feel that sense of urgency of maybe doing something for someone else, you know? So maybe in some way, hold on a second. Let's look at this energy. Why is the shadow here, Spirit? Because even with the scrying mirror here, right? Scrying is a form of divination. And then you have the Oracle of Wisdom here. It makes me feel like Spirit's like trying to help you to tap into your information, you know, like to maybe, how do I want to say that? Almost like for you to find your power from within. What is this shadow? And maybe, why is the shadow here? Let's figure that out first. Why is the shadow here? The Nine of Wands. Because you've been hurt in the past. Sagittarius. You've already been hurt. The Nine of Wands is when we are close to burnout. You know? We're close to burnout. Okay. The other message that I'm getting here, because the Ten of Cups is about happiness. So some of you, this might not even be family at all. This could be that you are someone who continues, and this, again, this kind of makes me feel like people pleasing, okay? With anyone. I mean, this could be at work. It could be anyone that's in your circle where you feel like, I need to get this done. I have to get that done. I have to get this done. And it's kind of like there's so much of this fire energy that you're putting out, the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands, to the point where you don't stop. You know? So yeah, really what I'm kind of getting here is, what is your spirit team trying to protect you from? Yourself. Yourself, pile one. Burning yourself out for some of you. Because this feels like urgency and compliance. Like, I need to do this. I have to do this. Everything needs to be done right now. This person texts me. I need to text them back. And I feel like, you know, with this day and age, with texting and stuff like that, especially everything instant, people want things right now. And I think we've all been guilty of that, right? We've all been guilty of kind of demanding someone's time right now. If I send a person a text, I expect them to answer me like right now, right? It's like if somebody doesn't respond to you and 3 hours later, 4 hours later, the next day, it's like we find that there's a problem with that. Why didn't they answer me? Why did they take so long? How come they're not doing this? How come they're not doing that? So it's like, I almost feel like you might also be okay, I can look at it the other way too, okay? Because I feel for some of you, you might have like that energy of like everything needs to be done right now. I need to, like, there's a lot of disciplined energy here. I will say that. There's a lot of very disciplined energy here of get it done now, do it right. Like, I don't know, I'm just going to say it feels like very Virgo energy. No offense if you're a Virgo, but it's just kind of like everything is done in order. It's done right. It's done correctly. It's done You know, so there's almost like a little bit of control aspect, right? And of course, all zodiac signs, right, can feel that need to control something or, you know, get something done. And maybe there's a person in your life that makes you feel that way where you have to, right? Or you could also be someone who is, it could be part of your shadow, okay? Part of your shadow where you might become someone who becomes pushy, right? Where you could very easily say, kind of like demanding, this needs to get done, that needs to get done. And your spirit guides are trying to help you from burning yourself out. You're putting out so much time, energy here that your spirit guides are like, no, stop, slow down, pile one, take a break, take a breath. It all doesn't need to get done right now. It can wait. You don't have to answer that email right now. You don't have to answer that text message right now, right? Just stop, pause, breathe, relax. Okay? Let's see what else. What is this shadow energy here? The Four of Pentacles. What was I just saying about control? The Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is control, is possession, clinging onto something, gripping onto something, trying to control it, right? So maybe that for some of you is part of your shadow, is you have a hard time releasing control. Or like I said, you could be, you know, have somebody around you who makes you feel this way, that they're trying to control you, that they're trying to kind of like run you ragged, wear you out, you know. And maybe with you deal with that with somebody in your life, and this is your spirit guides trying to protect you from this person, right, who makes you feel that way. And you need to set your boundaries, find your power, and in that, spirit wants you to rest so that you do find your power. You're able to connect to the divinity from within and understand how powerful you are to be able to stand up for yourself if there is someone like this in your life who makes you feel that way. Okay? But yeah, some of you, your shadow aspect might be the need to control things, right? Being controlling, being bossy, being pushy, being like doing too much. I'm also getting this energy of doing too much. Whether someone else is at someone else's hand and they're having you do this for them, jump through hoops and get everything done, hurry up, do it right now. Or you feel that energy within inside of yourself. Okay? I know I've dealt with that in the past, being that I have anxiety, an anxiety disorder. So for me, I always feel like this every day, right? Every day. Every day it's a battle. Okay, but that's what I'm getting with this. Let's look at this Ten of Cups energy here. Oh boy, look at this. We got Page of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Queen of Swords. Oy. Okay, so some of you, we've got potentially a child. Okay, Page of Pentacles energy. This could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or doesn't even need to be a child. It can be a person who there's a feminine energy here coming through too. And this could be a mom, okay? It could be a sister, it could be a mother, it could be someone who kind of matches this description here of the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I'm getting a lot of Libra energy here. We've got Justice here in the center. I am feeling that there is karmic energy here. So this could be a karmic family member. It could be a feminine, okay? Some of you, I'm getting that there is, and this won't be for all of you, but I am getting a message here about a family member who is very needy when it comes to finances. It could be a person who lives on a fixed or limited income. I'm also getting a person who is very, how do I want to say, a little bit detached, this person. They might be someone who is comes across as very authoritative. Could very well be, like I said earlier, bossy or demanding. Yeah, I am feeling that there is karmic energy. And maybe you have a reason for some of you to be defensive with this person. Again, we're going back to the coffin nail here. There's perceived threat. Okay? So maybe for some of you, if this person has been someone... Okay. The Queen of Swords energy, this can also be somebody who, like I said, is very authoritative, very assertive. When they speak or communicate, they can come across as cold, sometimes harsh, cold, detached. Not very warm, okay? Not very loving. Keep in mind, this can also be a male, a masculine energy, okay? Just because it's the Queen of Swords is a feminine energy, but it could really be any gender. This can also be a person who is military, law enforcement. I am feeling, like I said, there is karmic energy here, okay, with this person. Some of you, it could be somebody that you're married to, a person that you were in a relationship with. There's a contract here. Okay, I'm getting a karmic contract. Karmic energy. You could also be this person's child, or this person could be your child. Interesting. Some of you, I'm getting, you could very well be in a situation where you feel like you always have to help. You always have to give, for some of you, money, help financially to this person. It could be a person that doesn't really, because I feel like with justice here, you've always tried to be the person that's always done the right thing, you know? And I feel like maybe that fairness hasn't been given back to you. For some of you, I'm feeling that this person is somebody who's a little bit manipulative, okay? The Queen of Swords can be manipulative. She would be someone who doesn't tell the whole truth, doesn't tell the whole story, just gives kind of little bits and pieces, right? So let me give you the example here. We've got Queen of Swords, urgency, compliance. Let's say Queen of Swords' mom. She calls you on the phone and she says, hey, I need you to loan me $200 because I'm short on my rent and I don't have any food. And you feel bad. And you're like, oh my goodness, I need to send my mom money right now. Okay, manipulation with the Queen of Swords. What she didn't tell you was that she just got done going to the mall and she spent that money with her rent that she was supposed to use for her rent. And she just bought herself 3 pairs of shoes. Okay, so it might not be, that, but this is kind of the energy that's here. Is there's someone here. There's someone here. And this might even be a situation where this person feels like you owe them. You owe them something. I'm kind of getting, what is that kind of energy called? A person who is, what is the word for it? Entitled. Entitled. This is an entitled female, feminine energy. This is giving me like toxic mom vibes, you guys. I mean, it could be a sister or a sibling or a coworker or a best friend or somebody like that, but it just kind of gives me that type of vibe of energy of someone who is not very warm, not very loving. This person has like a mouth on them that just kind of like says things and you look at them like, why are you saying stuff like that? How do you, they're very blunt. They're very blunt. They're very outward with the things that they say. There's no filter. Okay. But there's karmic energy that's here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So, yeah, it makes me feel like this person is a little bit demanding of your time, your energy. It's a person who's close to you, pile one. It's a mom, it could be a dad, it could be a spouse, but it's somebody here who is, there's an element of control here. Okay? Or like I said, if you don't really have anybody around you, this could be part of your shadow. Okay? This could be part of your shadow. And if you are someone who is a little on the defensive side, right? Because the Queen of Swords, she can also be very defensive and detached and cold at times. If you are someone who has been wounded from your past, okay, you could be someone who comes across as sometimes a little bit of that Queen of Swords energy. Okay, with the Seven of Wands, which is a little defensive here. So that could be part of your shadow. Okay, in which Spirit is wanting you to not feel that sense of urgency and just kind of reconnect to the energy of love. Okay, because we do have the Ten of Cups here. Divinity, awe, Ten of Cups, love. And that could be a need for nurturing yourself, loving yourself. Because of course, if we act out as part of our shadow, it's because there's a wound in there. Okay? We can be acting from a space of anger, of resentment, of pain, and take on the Queen of Swords. The backstory for the Queen of Swords is she is kind of like that woman scorned. Okay? So if she's been hurt, if she's been betrayed, if she's been, any kind of way that a person has treated her, the Queen of Swords has learned those lessons of what it means to really open up your heart and be vulnerable. And so sometimes instead of, trying to balance logic and heart and kind of be discerning, sometimes that Queen of Swords energy can take on the shadow aspect where she can become very heartless, cruel, detached, cold, in her demeanor, in the way that she speaks and communicates. Right? And so either this is Spirit trying to protect you to be aware, right, of your shadow and how you might respond in certain ways to certain family members, like on the defense, or, like I said, you can have someone that has this type of energy. Okay. I'm also getting a strong Gemini coming through right now, that has this type of energy. Okay. So, yeah, I almost feel like Spirit's trying to help you to maybe detach a little bit, right? And really kind of not feel that sense of, I need to do everything that this person says right now, or feel even inside of yourself to be able to take your time and do it when you feel you are rested, you are ready, versus kind of feeling, I have to be forced. I have to do this right now. I have to, hurry up and get something done. But more or less that you can take control of your power versus handing it over to another person or another situation so that you remain in your power. Okay, is what I'm getting here. And you learn from this too, right? So maybe there might be certain instances where Spirit is kind of showing you part of your shadow, or your shadow is being triggered through this. And so you're learning, you're gaining wisdom, knowledge, what needs healing, right? Because if something's being triggered here, then we know there's a wound there. There's something that has to be healed. Okay? So that you actually take that time to reflect upon that and reconnect into your true self, right? Not the self that feels like, oh my goodness, I need to be on the defense and protect myself right now. No, that's from past trauma, right? That's not the true authentic you response. What is you underneath all of that? Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you. Pile number 1. Very interesting. Some of you might already know who this is. When I look at this energy too, I know who it is. I can think of 2 people. 2 people right now in my mind that kind of reflect this type of energy that I've had in my life in the past. Okay, so if you chose another pile, I will see you there. And if not, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good weekend, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Hi, Pile 2. So those of you that resonated with this pile here, we have the sundial shell and this black moonstone here. We're finding out today, what is your spirit team currently protecting you from and why? Okay, so we have the sundial. I've already looked up the meaning of this little card here, but I'm going to see how this connects to your other cards here before I say anything. And then we'll talk about this here. So let's put out all of these cards. We'll put the tarot at the bottom. So we have zombie with control. Okay. Zombie with control. We have nutmeg with luck. What is your spirit team currently protecting you from and why? We have deliverance here with Oya. This looks like tower energy back here. There's like a storm. I mean, to me, this energy of deliverance is trying to help you, trying to transmute this energy in some way. Ooh, we have the conjured spirit, and it says summoning drama and negativity. Now I see how this is falling in this energy here. Summoning drama and negativity. Okay. We have runes with perception. Okay, I get what Spirit's saying here. Okay. All right, pile number 2. This is like a very specific message. So this, if this doesn't resonate for you, this is, you might want to choose a different pile. We've got badger with persecution. Okay. We're going to see what your tarot says. And we have passion. Okay. Well, that's a lot of energy there. Okay, a lot of energy, and I'll talk about that in a second. We've got the 6 of Cups. Okay, this is something from your past. We have the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Cups. There it is. There it is. Okay, I'm going to tell you what's happening here, pile 2. And this is where I'm saying this is a very specific message. This card is talking about something in your home. Energy in your home. Okay? Now, this energy is coming from you. Okay? It's coming from you. And I will tell you why. This is a lot of energy. And this is where it, like I said, this may not resonate for all of you, okay? This is kind of my pile for those of you that have been really, really hurt by a love interest, okay? I'm kind of getting it's a love interest. It could be someone that you love that has really hurt you, but there's passion here, so it makes me feel... I don't know. We'll clarify a little bit more. This is something from your past, okay? The 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia, memories, okay? So what's happening here is this pain that you have, okay, is bringing up a lot of negative emotions within you, okay? And you know, when I do these readings, I don't like to put out, you know, all this fiery, scary kind of energy that's here. But I'm going to be honest. This energy is coming from you. This energy is one that you are creating because this is where your thoughts and your feelings are. Okay? So let's just say this, and this is the perfect way that I can explain kind of this energy that's happening here, is let's just say that you went through a really bad breakup and this person hurt you, they betrayed you, they lied to you, they, I don't know, who knows what they did, but they put you through it and you're really hurt. So you might come home after work and sit down and you might start thinking a lot of not so nice thoughts about that person. It might be anger, it could be pain, it could be rage. I don't know, jealousy, whatever the situation is that you've gone through with this person from the past. I'm feeling that there is this, I'm kind of, it kind of makes me feel like there's kind of like this love-hate energy that you have towards this person. Okay? A love-hate energy towards this person. I don't necessarily feel like this energy is being directed towards you by someone else. I feel like this is more something that you are manifesting on your own. Okay? Because I feel like I'm seeing perception here. Like your perception, okay? Your perception of the past. We've got the Six of Cups here. There is pain here, the Three of Swords. So when you're sitting and you're thinking negative thoughts, in a sense, about this person, about how you hurt, about how they lied, about how they betrayed, about that pain from the Three of Swords energy, the energy of suffering, okay? There's also the energy of persecution here. So in a way, it's kind of like thinking these negative thoughts about whoever this person is. Even if they are not a love interest, there is a lot of passionate energy here. So it kind of makes me feel like we have summoning drama and negativity, the conjured spirit, right? So it's kind of like, imagine you're sitting there and everything is energy, right? We are energy. Our thoughts, our feelings, all of that. Imagine that you have this ball of energy that you're creating as with all of these negative thoughts that you have, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And let's just say that you spend the night crying and upset and angry and yelling, or you're on the phone with somebody and you're yelling at them. That energy is still in your house. Okay? That energy is still in your house. And if you are someone who kind of is dealing with like depression or resentment, anger, any of those lower frequency energies, it is very easy for us to pick up on other energies. Okay? We are not the only energy that is in this space. We are sharing our earth and our space with spirit. So sometimes there are, okay, other energies that exist, whether they are human, not human, that can kind of attach on to us, okay? The same thing can happen to you if you go out in public, if you go to a party and you're like hanging out with just like a not great bunch of people, right? It's kind of like calling it like a negative attachment that you bring home with you. So, and this happens to me too. You know, I always am doing readings and stuff like that. And I clear my energy all day long, every day. I have to just be on top of clearing my energy. And I stay home a lot. But when I go out, I notice sometimes if I'm not in the best energy, also being in public is something that really drains me because I'm very energy sensitive. So some of you might feel that way too, where sometimes if you notice, you go to a place and let's just say it's really noisy, it's really loud, and you know, there's a bunch of fighting going on, or there's just like not good energy. Sometimes we can bring that energy home with us, right? And it affects us for a few days, right? It takes some time to just kind of get rid of it. Well, in this case here, it's kind of like the same concept. It's like Spirit saying here that you are you're kind of in a way conjuring up this negative energy by holding on to this pain and suffering that you're holding on to from your past. So if that's where your focus is going, right? That's where all your focus, that's where all your thoughts are going. Imagine this negative ball of energy gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's in your house. It's lingering around. Stagnant energy, negative energy in your house. Okay? So you leave the house, you go to work, you come home, and you feel just kind of down again. You're like, why do I feel like this? Right? Why do I feel like this today? I thought I left the house and I was so happy, and then here I am again and I feel like bad. It's the energy in the house. Okay? This is what this sundial is about. It's about energy in the home, your environment. Now, you may also be someone who lives with someone, okay, who gives off negativity, negative energy. In that case, this could be someone who is putting out this energy that you live with, okay? Because we have summoning, drama, and negativity. So, some of you, this could be, we have the zombie here with control and persecution. This could even be somebody that you live with, right? It could be a romantic partner. It could be a family member who directs a lot of, or who is just negative in the house. Okay? But this is Spirit saying it's in the home. So with why Spirit, of course, why is Spirit trying to protect us? So you can be released from that. We have deliverance here, you know? And that may be with trying to, especially if this has happened to you, then this could be Spirit trying to help you to change your perception. Okay, trying to change your perception of the energy, to try to clear this energy from you. Okay, especially if you're someone who does, a negative thinker, an overthinker, or thinking a lot and being stuck in the past, right? We've all been in that place. Okay, where we're just a big ball of negativity. I've been there. I remember feeling like that. It's not fun, right? You feel like a Debbie Downer all the time. But some of you, there is this feeling of, and this won't be for all of you, but some of you, there's a breakup situation here, okay? And it's kind of like there's a lot of anger that you feel towards this person, but at the same time, there's also love and passion. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like this love-hate kind of energy here. But it's kind of bringing up all this negative energy. So what I would say to you, especially if you notice that you feel super tired, you feel super drained, you feel like your energy's off, you feel like you're out of balance, clear the energy in your house. Okay? Open the windows, turn on the fans, bang some pots in the house, light some sage, use some Palo Santo, use bells. You can also I use this every time I do readings, Florida water. You can use this for cleaning your floors, okay? Adding some of this into your floor wash, cleaning the house, reorganizing the house, getting rid of stuff. It's just helping you to shift the energy, okay, in the house. The same thing goes for you. Sage yourself, okay? Sage yourself out too. Go to a sound bowl class. Go for a walk. Exercise. Focus on meditation, positive affirmations, your healing, okay? If you're healing something from your past. Because I feel for some of you, you could even be holding on to like anger, resentment, right? Persecution for someone, like almost like you, pile 2, you're sending out the evil eye to someone else. Okay? Maybe even unconsciously. You could be having negative thoughts. I'm like, oh my goodness, this person, F them, F this. Like, I can't believe they did this to me. And it's like, you don't think about it, but we are, right? We are sending out negative energy like that. Negative thoughts about someone. So I would say be mindful, okay, of where your thoughts are at. Okay, so that's basically what I'm seeing here. So Spirit's trying to help you to deliver, you know, the deliverance energy here, trying to help you to clear this energy. But yes, this is something that either you are creating, okay, energy that you are creating, and Spirit's trying to protect you from your energy and your power from this consuming you in a sense, or you've got someone in your house who is throwing out this negative energy and it's not good. Okay. Those of you that have had a breakup with someone and you're feeling very hurt, you're feeling very maybe betrayed, or if you got ghosted, rejected, blocked, or whatever the situation might be, not only is there pain here and persecution, you know, I feel like in some way it has kind of taken control of you, that energy. Okay. And the Three of Wands energy here is a card of longing, missing, waiting, anticipation. So some of you could be like waiting for this person to return, waiting for them to call you, waiting for them to text you, and feeling upset when they're not, right? All of that is that negative energy. Okay. So I want to clarify this a little bit. Like I said, there's a very specific message here. So if this is not what you got going on, this is not your reading. Okay. Let's see here. Why is this? I want to see this Three of Swords. Why is this Three of Swords here? Five of Pentacles. This is abandonment. Okay. There is pain from abandonment here. Rejection, abandonment, being shut out, being blocked. Someone leaving you out in the cold. Okay. Let's see what else. Why is the Three of Swords here? This can also be a friend, okay? A friend, a love interest. If you've done this to another person, okay? If you've done this to another person, then they might be throwing this energy at you, okay? And that might not be for all of you, but those of you that may have really hurt someone, really hurt someone's feelings, okay? We have the Moon. Yeah, for the majority of you, I feel like this is something, like I said, that you're kind of, you've got it within you, okay? The Moon is the subconscious. So there's subconscious feelings of pain and abandonment. And it's kind of like you holding on to that energy here. It's keeping you in that place, right? So if you, like I said, if you kind of feel like, oh, my energy's kind of off today. I mean, you can tell when you wake up in the morning. Do you feel good? Do you feel drained? Do you feel tired? Do you feel like you're in a bad mood? You know? We don't always wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Sometimes we wake up just irritated. We don't know why. Okay? This is why it's important for us to clear, right? You could even pick up energy being in the office at work all day. If you're in a toxic work environment, you bring that energy home with you. Okay? Like I said, open the windows, bang some pots if you don't have sound bowls, use some bells, sage the house, clean, you know, doors. Like I said, use Florida water. You can make some yourself. You don't even need to buy it. This stuff's getting expensive now. Crazy expensive. You can make Florida water with lavender, with lemon. What else do they put in here? I think it's lavender, lemon, rosemary, something like that. You can just find recipes online. You can make your own floor wash, sacred floor wash, and clear, wipe down the doors, stuff like that. You know, just kind of clear. Like I said, it could even be reorganizing, clearing stuff out, right? Donating things, just changing the furniture around, changing the energy in the house. Okay. And of course you want to do that for yourself. But if this is a real thing here, where you've got an abandonment wound, you feel this subconscious pain, suffering type of energy, we need some healing for that. Okay? Therapy, talking to a professional, having people that are supportive and loving towards you, being able to talk it out, being able to express your feelings. Okay? Some of this might even be from childhood. Okay? You might hold resentment towards somebody who abandoned you from childhood. It could be a parent. Okay? Six of Cups energy, Spirit. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. Some of this might even be like an ex-husband, somebody, a spouse. Maybe you live with somebody. It could be your spouse. Somebody you have children with. Okay. Why is the Six of Cups here? Taurus energy. Pisces. Five of Swords. What did I say? Resentment, you guys. Anger. Victim mentality. Feeling like a victim. Someone hurt you from the past. This could have been someone you hurt, like I said, but this is very aggressive, angry energy. Okay? So if you're really upset with somebody deep down inside, you have some unspoken feelings, anger, resentment, rage. I mean, there's passion here, right? You couple that passion with this Five of Swords, we've got a storm here. Okay? We've got a storm. These are some fighting words right here with this Five of Swords. So, I mean, this could have been somebody who bullied you. This Five of Swords, this is toxic. Okay? You could have had a fight with somebody with the Five of Swords. Conflict, arguing, toxic energy, right? We have summoning drama and negativity. Like I said, if you keep yourself in that negative environment, you're yelling things, the other person's yelling things, there's a toxic person in the house, that energy is still there. Okay? And it attracts more negative energy. Which means any little house spirits that kind of pass on through that are also low frequency, low vibrational, they're like, ooh, check out the vibe in here. It's negative. We like it. Let's stay. Okay? So what is this energy with luck? We have nutmeg here. I don't know if I want to go there. I'm not really seeing any. Ooh, okay. I guess I have to go there. I didn't want to, but Spirit is telling me to. We have the moon energy here, okay? The moon can bring about nightmares, okay? Nightmares. Some of you might be having dreams or nightmares. But like I said, if you're someone who kind of is in that low frequency energy, and it's not to say that you have to be like that way all the time, but if you're just kind of like you have that day where you're super pissed off, you're thinking about the past, you're thinking about being angry and resentful and all that kind of stuff, we've created that energy, right? We've summoned that energy, that negativity. So guess what? That little negative energy ball is hanging out next to your nightstand. You go to sleep, you're vulnerable, right? Spirits come in. Like I said, we attract more negativity, right? If our energy is in a place where we are holding on to anger and resentment, it's a lower vibrational energy. It's very easy for us to attract other entities, other spirits that will attach right onto you and you won't even know, right? And they make you feel tired. It makes you feel drained. It makes you feel like you're not like yourself. And it can definitely cause nightmares, okay? So this kind of makes me feel, let's look at this energy of luck here. Zombie with control. The Six of Pentacles with your money. This almost kind of makes me feel, and I'm not really necessarily seeing like a person here. And this isn't going to be for all of you, but those of you that know of someone okay, that know of someone who is a practitioner of magic. This person, because the Hierophant is the only energy that I'm seeing here, really. That could be a person doing this. But if you've done someone wrong and you know that this person is someone who does practice magic, then it is very possible that this person could be sending negative energy your way. Okay? And it could be something that is affecting your love life as well as your finances, trying to control someone or something that you're connected to in some way. It can also be someone who's very jealous, is what I'm getting here as well. Okay? So like, let's just say that you were hooked up with somebody and then, I don't know, do I want to use that example? I don't know. You were dealing with a person, romantic partner, and then they've got someone new or you've got someone new. There might be a little bit of jealousy here. Okay, but remember, our question today is, what is your spirit team protecting you from? This is what they're protecting you from. Okay? All of this negativity, all of this negative energy, they're trying to help you to release it. Okay? And it may be by trying to help you to change your perception, by not thinking so angrily about maybe situations from the past, to try to help you to clear this energy so that it's no longer controlling you, right? To help you to raise your vibration so that you can move back into this balanced state of energy here, to improve the energy in the home, right? And that might be little simple ways that spirit kind of tries to help you. Like one day you might wake up and say, you know what? I think I'm gonna reorganize the closet today. And spirit's like, yes, we got it. Pile number 2 listened to our idea, to our inspiration that we gave them in the dream last night. You know, it could be inspiring you in a way. So I'm also getting with the energy of passion here. It can also be helping you. Your spirit team could also be trying to help you with it by helping you to transmute the energy, to release the energy, to change the energy. Okay? So let's see what this deliverance is here. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, some of you, this is, like I said, it's a love situation here. Okay. 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. Yep. So things that you get stuck on, I feel like your spirit team is trying to help you to really work on nurturing yourself, healing yourself, working on yourself with this 8 of Pentacles energy. How to master your energy, how to be more in control of your energy, right? Versus holding on to this, because this is what they're trying to protect you from so that you don't feel this, right? You don't feel all this negativity and stuff like that. And, you know, of course, sometimes that energy comes through. It makes it through. But I feel like your spirit team is really trying to work overtime, to try to help you to change your perspective, right, on certain situations so that you're not stuck in this frequency. You're not stuck in that energy. What is this perception here? Yeah, there it is, the Hangman. That is changing your perspective. Ten of Swords, yeah. So they're trying to help you to change they're trying to help you and trying to protect you by you changing your perspective of this pain, of this betrayal. Okay? Because we can either sit in this, right, in pain and suffering and misery and resentment and anger, or your spirit team is trying to help you to not hold on to this, right? Because it's only bringing negative energy that's surrounding you, and you attract more negative energy to you, negative people, negative situations into your life by holding on to this. So your spirit team is trying to protect you from this energy and from this kind of like drawing more negativity to yourself by helping you to release control of this situation, right? To change what your perception of this is. Because if we sit in it, right, and we're sad and we're miserable and we're suffering and we're in pain and we're angry and, you know, all this stuff, it makes it difficult for us to be able to heal and for us to move forward. Okay? So when we can look at this pain in a different way, we can work towards transmuting the energy into something more powerful. Okay? You know, we can take this pain and say, okay, yes, I learned a very valuable lesson going through this situation with this person, and now instead of feeling all this pain and this heartache that I'm feeling right now, I can look at it as maybe one of the biggest lessons that I've ever learned in my life. I'm wiser because of it. I've grown because of it. I've evolved because of it. I've become a master of myself, my own energy. Okay. Let's see. What is this perception here? Yeah, because I feel like in some way your spirit guides are trying to almost like help you with the Six of Pentacles and the energy of luck here by also bringing certain people into your life to help you, to give you something more, to offer you something more. And that could be new friends. It could be new romantic partners. It could be like whichever way your spirit guides are trying to help you to kind of break away from this energy and this way of thinking into, look what else we have for you. Focus your energy over here versus on all of this stuff from the past. Okay? To protect you from sitting in and creating all of this negative energy. Okay? I'm seeing the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. It's so you have like this breakthrough here. Okay? You have a breakthrough. You have healing, emotional release, and new beginnings in love. Okay, I'm feeling a lot of you, this has to do with love. Okay, but at the end of the day, like I said, our question is, what is your spirit team protecting you from? This is it. Okay. Yeah, and that can come through you really, you know, they're trying their darndest here to try to help you to change your perspective. Okay? Change your perspective on this pain. Take some time to reflect upon your feelings, your emotions, but don't just stay there. Right? We got to do something to change this energy, to transmute it. And that could be, like I said, talking to someone, getting a therapist, you know, talking to a counselor, talking to a mentor, talking to a life coach, talking to a friend, working through this, expressing your feelings, writing, journaling, okay? Doing something else with this instead of creating this energy, okay? So that is all that I have for you. Pile number 2, I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonated with this Fulgurite card number 14, I will say this reading has been quite interesting today. Lots of things coming through. Interesting. But our question today is, what is your spirit team protecting you from and why? Okay. So we're going to look at all the cards all together just so I can get a very clear picture of what spirit is protecting you from. We're going to talk about what it is and why or how, or, you know, why your spirit team is trying to protect you from this. Okay. It could be yourself. It could be another person, multiple people. I don't know. There's been a lot of stuff that's come through with pile 1 and pile 2. So it's been pretty out there. Okay, let's see. We've got the Cauldron with synergy and healing. Synergy and healing. Okay. We've got Pawpaw with celebration and the fruits of your labor. Okay. Wow. We have the Olive with peace. Interesting. The Hedgehog with disguise. We have seduction. With Inanna, and I think I'm going to have to cover her up a little bit, you guys, for YouTube. So we'll put the crystal across her. I'm going to have to edit this video. I'm going to put her up here. So we have seduction. Seduction, disguise. Is something being disguised as seduction that could possibly be tempting you into something that makes me feel like it could potentially be throwing off your peace here, or your healing, or your progress? What are you being seduced by? It's something disguised. I don't know. It could be a person. It could be something that you desire. But I feel like Spirit's trying to protect you from it, or maybe trying to disguise it from you so that you don't get caught up in it. Because if you do, it makes me feel like the Spirit's saying it's gonna screw you up. It's gonna mess you up. In a sense, it's gonna throw off your healing, or throw off the progress that you've already made within yourself. Interesting. Okay. Prosperity. Prosperity, your money, celebration, fruits of your labor. Okay. And then we have dreams, the incubation and dreams, which means that there's something oh. This is something you don't realize yet. Something that you don't know. Because it's disguised. Interesting, because your little card here, this little fulgurate, this card is, the book says it's kind of like the Tower card. It's kind of like an epiphany, or a revelation, or a secret. A secret. So, I'm going to put that up there. We have dreams and incubation. Incubation means it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. Okay, so what is this? Your spirit team is protecting you from it. You don't know about it yet. Because if you do know about it, you might, what is this seduction here? Is it like you'd be tempted to do it maybe too early, or to, I don't know. I don't know what this is yet. Okay, let's look at your tarot. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. She's got a little lock here. The Hermit. The Hermit. Three of Pentacles. Maybe this is having to do with your work or your career. The Page of Swords. This is about a message, about communication. It's good news. So why is your spirit team protecting you from it? Why? Peace, celebration, fruits of your labor. I mean, it's good news. I feel like it has to do with work here, career. The Ace of Wands is like an, and maybe it's something already that's coming through your dreams. Maybe it's something that will bring you peace. Something there's a cause for celebration here. We got prosperity with all of this abundance here. But seduction, why? We have the Hermit. Maybe Spirit feels like you need time for yourself right now. Or you need to heal. Because you do literally have synergy and healing here with the Cauldron. And even with the Cauldron, something is being made in that, right? It's something is being... I'm kind of getting like things are being woven here. Things are being brewed. Something's brewing here. is what I'm getting. But it makes me feel like it's hidden from you, or you don't realize it yet. Something that hasn't been revealed to you. It could be something that you're trying to get information on right now, but maybe it's not time yet. Maybe you're not supposed to know yet. This makes me feel that with the Hermit energy here, some of you might be trying to find your inner compass, your navigation, trying to find your path. That could even include like your soul's purpose. It's something with the hedgehog. It's being disguised from you right now. I'm going to pull some more cards. Let's see. First, Inanna. This is divine feminine energy. Okay. Let's look at the disguise here. First off, why is your spirit team protecting you from this? Look at all these orbs around her when she's sleeping. Maybe it's your dreams. Maybe it's your dream come true. Maybe that's, like I said, maybe you're not supposed to know. Because if you knew, and it makes me feel like you're not ready for it yet, just yet. It's still incubating. Maybe Spirit is trying to give you messages or even clues in your dreams here. Trying to protect it. Protect you from messing it up. Maybe for some of you, protecting you from sabotaging it, you know? Because your energy might not be quite ready for this yet. And I feel like it's good news. It's going to bring in abundance. There's a celebration here. The fruits of you enjoying the fruits of your labor. Peace, celebration. But it's being disguised, which makes me feel like the fulgurite here could be a secret, or you haven't had that epiphany yet, right? The light bulb hasn't gone on yet. You haven't figured it out yet. So this makes me feel like what Spirit is protecting you from is not for anything bad. Okay, this is very different than the other piles. It's not necessarily anything bad. It's good, but you're not supposed to know yet. So I don't know how much information Spirit is going to give me, but we'll try. Okay, because I feel like Spirit's not wanting to spoil the surprise for this, but I feel like it's something good, pile 3. Okay, what is the disguise here? What is the disguise here? What is the disguise here? I forgot your little crystal. Why is the disguise here? The Wheel of Fortune. It's being disguised because it's not time yet. It's not time yet. The Wheel of Fortune is about divine timing. The 3 fates are here. Look at this. They're holding like the red string of fate here. And it's being disguised because it's not time yet. Why is the disguise here, Spirit? The 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this has to do with your work, your career, your job, your money, what you do for money. I noticed she's also sitting on a book here. Maybe some of you are meant to write or to be authors, or if you're already a writer or an author, maybe this is something about your work being published. There's like a little fairy here, kind of sitting on this book. Disguise, 8 of Pentacles. Why is the disguise here? Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Why is the disguise here? The Empress. The Empress. Look at, she looks like she's hungover. She's laying, not even laying. She looks like she went to way too many parties. She's well, I mean, she is the Empress, but what happened to her? Look how she's laying in the chair. Maybe that's why Spirit's saying you're not ready yet. Disguised. Disguise. Again, this has to do with your feminine energy here, your power of creation, manifestation. I feel like this is something that's coming in as a download, some type of divine inspiration here. And maybe like literally like Spirit's saying, you haven't had that revelation yet. So why is Spirit trying to protect you from this? I really feel it's because you need to heal. Like almost like you're not quite ready for it yet. Why is seduction here? What is this seduction here? The Nine of Swords. Because if you knew, you would overthink it. The Nine of Swords is about anxiety, worrying. You know, and that could be something that instead of you being ready for it when Spirit gives you like the download and you're like, okay, go. If you knew it right now, you'd be like, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm going to fail. I'm going to this. I'm going to that. So if this is something that is fated or destined, right, that's something that you're meant to do here or meant to have, it's like Spirit's looking at you like this Empress is like rolled over in this chair here and like, we need to get you like, she needs a nap. I don't know. I feel like maybe with the Eight of Pentacles being here, the Eight of Pentacles is about self-mastery. So I feel like there's more healing here to do within your feminine energy. Because I feel like you're not quite there yet, right? Sometimes when we're in this hermit energy and we're like, okay, I feel lost. What is my purpose? What am I supposed to do? And we feel crazy. Like, what are we supposed to do? How come I haven't figured it out yet? Because you're not supposed to yet. When it's time, right? When it's time for you to do it, Spirit will give you that download. It'll come through like wildfire, and it will be something that you will not be able to ignore. Right? It reminds me of the Judgment card. The Judgment card. Like your soul's calling is here. You can't ignore it any longer. You know exactly what it is. So it makes me feel like if you knew right now this secret, that because of your current state, maybe energetically speaking, the feminine energy, all you would do is overthink it, overanalyze it. Look at her. She's kind of curled into a little ball here. This isn't ready. Okay. I'm going to move this out of the way. Why is seduction here? The Ace of Swords. There's the clarity. There's the truth. There's the revelation. Okay. Maybe if you are someone who is an overthinker, maybe this is what you're needing to work on here, is to really trust. right? Maybe this is what needs healing here, is a need for you to learn to trust your path in what you're doing, in where you're guided, in the messages that Spirit is giving to you during your dream state. I'm feeling with the Hermit energy, there's a need for reflection. This feels like a secret, right? A secret here. You're not seeing it yet. Four of Cups is at the bottom. You wouldn't be ready for it. This Four of Cups is being closed off. Closed off. So it makes me feel like Spirit is protecting this good thing from you. This amazing thing. Because if you had it right now, or if you knew what it was right now, you'd mess it up. And it may seem like that's really messed up, right? Why would Spirit do that? That's awful. But it's kind of like, I use the example, let's say you went through a really bad breakup and you're still hurting and you're still attached to the ex-partner. And then you're saying, I want love. I want new love. I want new love. And in comes Mr. Amazing, sweep you off your feet, and you're not ready, right? This person is giving you all their love, everything that you could have ever asked for, and you're like, but I still love my ex. I don't feel for this guy what I felt for the last one. You're not ready, right? This is kind of like the same kind of idea here. You're asking for something. In this case, this is Spirit saying there's some type of dream that you have that you truly want. And Spirit's like, is she ready yet? Are they ready yet? Is he ready yet? Not yet? Okay. Divine timing. It's being disguised. It's being hidden from you right now. And I can't really say exactly what it is. I'm seeing prosperity here. I'm seeing the fruits of your labor, celebration, peace. There looks like there's a party back here. For some of you, this can have to do with your life or your soul's purpose. So Spirit is protecting you from it, because I would say that with the energy that you might be in right now, as you're still working on yourself right here, are you not quite energetically ready for it yet? Are you not ready for this revelation, this Ace of Swords here? Truth, clarity, the breakthrough. Because right now, you might like overthink it. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. No, that's not right for me. And Spirit's like, but this is what you're fated to do. You just don't know it yet, because you're trapped underneath this anxiety and overthinking and worrying and stressing. Right? Like I said, look at how she's sitting in the chair here. That's the Empress. How many other Empress cards have you seen where the Empress is sitting like that? She looks worn out. She doesn't look like she's feeling her best, or she's in her manifestation power. Maybe because the Empress symbolizes fertility, growth, abundance, love. Maybe the disguise here with the Empress is that you don't see yourself. How do I say that? You don't see how amazing you are yet. You don't see your divinity. You don't see how powerful and how amazing and how beautiful inside and out, how worthy you are of love, how worthy you are of abundance. So it's disguised. This makes me feel like your true power as the Empress is disguised from you. So in a way, with this Hermit energy, you're uncovering her, right? It's still incubating. You're not quite ready yet. And if you think about incubation here, the Empress also is about fertility, right? Normally we see the Empress as her little belly, that she's pregnant with a child or with ideas, birthing something. So something is still incubating. And this makes me feel like you're not quite ready yet. Whatever this is, I don't know. But Spirit, it makes me feel like this, what Spirit is trying to protect you from is from you sabotaging what you are destined for. Because if you had it right now, whatever this is, whatever you wish and dream for, you would not be ready for it. Or you could be someone with this Nine of Swords energy here who, like, let's just say that your wish is that you meet your soulmate, right? You meet your life partner. And every single day you think, when am I going to meet him? When am I going to meet her? When are they going to come? What month is it going to be? How long? And you just kind of obsess over it. Obsess. It's that energy creates resistance. Right? We're not in a state of receptivity. We're trying to force, we're trying to control that Wheel of Fortune energy, destiny, fate. Okay, I want to look at the fulgurite. What is this? Fulgurite, Spirit, tell us a little bit, please. What is this fulgurite here? The Page of Cups. It's a gift, it's an offer. It could be an expression of feelings. It could be a romantic love, new love for some of you. What is this fulgurite? Six of Wands and the Chariot. For some of you, this could be some type of offer for traveling, relocating. This might even be like a raise, more money. Six of Wands is about being in the spotlight. It's about gaining recognition. Okay, recognition. The Chariot is about powerful movement forward, progress. So whatever this opportunity is with the Page of Cups, it's something that's going to really propel you forward in your career, in your love life, in your finances, to the point of the Six of Wands and the Chariot. And both of these cards are about victory, success. Okay, victory and success. Now, the Page of Cups is also very dreamy energy here. Imagination, intuition, ideas, creativity. The Page of Cups is very like music, poetry, art, writing, expressions of the heart. So if you are someone who is like an intuitive, a creative, you like poetry, you like writing, you like dancing, you like music, you like the arts, you know, this could be something that could be tied into your soul's purpose, or it could be like your dream job, you know, it could be a secret, undiscovered talent that you have. Something you're discovering within yourself that's still disguised here, right? Because the Eight of Pentacles is not only a card of self-mastery, it's about working on something. We're working hard on, like being an apprentice. We're getting better and better and better and better at something because we put in so much work. We've been so disciplined. We've been so organized. We've been so focused. We've been so committed to what we're doing. Now, this makes me feel like some of you might also be working too hard. And there might be time for you to also take time to relax and really reflect inwards. Because looking, like I said, at this Empress here, she looks kind of worn out. Like she needs rest. This is, to me, is about honoring cycles, because you also have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is about the ebb and flow, going with the flow. And we have to honor that time of rest, right? The Empress can't just create and create and create and create and create and just go, 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 go. We have to honor the seasons. We have to honor the cycles, right? And you have the Empress here, she's like the seed. She's like the fertility, right? We're nurturing something. We're growing something, incubating something. And then we can get to the fruits of the labor. Okay? So in the same way that we would prepare a garden, Okay, we prepare the soil, we plant the seed, we water it, we give it sun, we nurture it, we're patient, right? We tend to it. And then out comes the flowers, the plants. The same thing happens in nature, right? The seasons of nature. We have the winter season where everything is still, everything is resting. Spring, the seeds that were planted, earlier, they're now new seeds are growth. There's new growth there, right? They're not quite ready yet. They're just little seedlings that are coming through. And then we've got the summer, things start to, develop a little bit more. And then we get to the fall, autumn, right? And then it's time for the harvest. Then time to rest again. It's like this cycle, right? And the same thing, we're needing to do that for yourself. So if Spirit's kind of feeling like you're still getting used to learning how to master your own energy here, I feel like there are certain qualities or skills or things that you're learning about your own energy, how powerful you are, how worthy you are of love, abundance, manifesting, right? Your power here. So this secret here that is not being revealed to you yet, because Spirit's saying it's not time yet, this is protecting you from disturbing what is being kind of like grown for you in a sense, right? Your spirit guides kind of protecting you from ruining it and overwatering it and, trying to pick the flowers out before it's time yet. It's kind of like your spirit guides are like trying to not let you in all the way just yet, because you might overthink it. You might overanalyze it. You might try to force things to like speed up before they're ready or before you're ready. Okay. Some of you, like I said, this could be love that you're waiting for. Maybe that is your wish and your dream, that you find someone and Spirit's trying to protect you from that love that you're destined for right now, because you still have some healing to do with your new feminine energy. Just like I said, you could be someone who's still hurting, still healing from the past. You still have an attachment. You're still in love with your ex. And then you're like, but I want love. Why can't I find love? Because you're closed off. Because your heart is closed off, right? I've heard it plenty of times from people that I've done readings for. I love my ex. I'm moving on. And I'm ready for new love. But then when I look at the energy, we're still thinking about the ex. Heart is still with the ex. So when you go out on a date, you're not even fully present with that new person who could be perfect. Right? It's like, oh, I don't like that person. I don't like that person either. I don't like that one. I don't like this one. Why can't I find love? Because your heart's, you haven't healed. Okay? So use that kind of, I would say, scenario for depending on what it is. Maybe it's a job. Maybe that's the attitude surrounding job, right? You go to work every day, you don't like the job, and then you're like, well, where's my new job? Where's my abundance? Where is my money? Where is my new offer? Where is my new opportunity? Well, what did you do about it? Did you plant the seeds? Did you apply for the job? Did you up your skills if that was what was necessary? Did you take a class to up your skills? Did you go on some interviews? Did you connect? Did you network with others? Did you look? No. Right? All of that, it comes from us being ready and fully. I feel like you also the feeling of worthiness, right? If we don't feel like we're worthy of love, that's the energy that we're bringing with us. If we don't feel like we're worthy of living in this house, worthy of having that beautiful car, worthy of being able to live in that beautiful apartment, worthy of being able to have love, then we're not going to. Our energy is basically blocking it out, right? So in a way, I feel like what is destined for you is love. I'm seeing, like I said, life purpose, dream career. Some of you finding the one, right? The one that you're meant to be with. But this is Spirit trying to protect this beautiful thing that you have created, that you desire here, that you are destined for, and will give you that epiphany and that realization that here it is. Here you are. This is what you asked for. You're ready for it. Here you are. Before then, we're not there yet, right? We're not ready yet. So yeah, I feel like Spirit is trying to protect you, not for anything bad, right? Don't look at this in a bad way. Look at this as a positive, as knowing and trusting that the universe is delivering to you something beautiful, something amazing, right? Prosperity here, your dreams, celebration, something to celebrate. I want to get a little bit information on this. And the Six of Wands is celebration. That's success. That's victory. That is something beautiful. What is this? Celebration and fruits of labor. All this hard work is paid off, right? That could even be work that you're putting into yourself, right? The Eight of Pentacles. You could be working on your healing, working on self-love. And then before you know it, that Empress is sitting upright in that chair and she's ready to take names. Who's next? Who's in line to date me? Right? Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. This is a lot of planning, a lot of careful, strategic. Whoa. King of Pentacles in reverse. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay, this message is might only be for one of you. But some of you, I'm feeling you could potentially be dealing, I'm getting Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay? There is a situation that you are dealing with romantically with a person, and it either could be you or them, but I'm seeing a connection that has been progressing extremely slowly. Okay? Potentially between a water and an earth sign. There's a lot of feelings involved in this situation, and I'm getting that both people are healing here, okay? There may be part of this secret for some of you is that this is your person, okay? Some of you may have needed to take a pause and a break away from this person for both of you to heal, okay? And it's kind of weird right now, but I just saw kind of like this shadow outside of my window, and it kind of makes me feel like what this is basically saying is, by me seeing that shadow right now, is that both of your shadow selves have been triggered and are needing healing. So I'm getting Taurus energy. Somebody needs to, or both of you needed the pause, Leo. There's a Leo here. Needed to heal. Okay? So this person or this situation unfolding in the way that you want it to is being disguised from you right now, because let's just say you know, okay, this is my person. What are you going to do until then? You're not going to focus on your healing. You're going to be like, when are they going to come? When are we going to get back together? When is it going to happen? What day is it going to be? What am I going to be wearing? Right? That's why Spirit is trying to protect you from it, because if you knew that this person was your person, then you're not going to focus on your energy. You're not going to focus on your healing. It's going to throw it off. What I was saying in the beginning. Spirit is trying to protect your peace, your overthinking, your overanalyzing, because you will sabotage it right now. Either one of you, your shadow self coming in, I'm seeing it at my peripheral vision, a shadow. This is Spirit in a way saying like your shadow would interrupt, would affect this. Okay? That's what I'm getting here. So interesting. All three of these piles If anything, listen to them for entertainment. There's been some crazy stuff coming through here that Spirit is protecting, but I see why. You know? If we knew all the answers, then what's the whole point of the journey? There's so much for us to learn, and I know that gets frustrating, the lesson after lesson after lesson. I get it. I've done it too. I've been just as pissed off and frustrated. What is the universe doing with my life? Right? But it's bringing you something in amazing, helping you to really ground yourself and ground your energy. Okay? So that is all that I have for you. Pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.